investing, as you know, where you like, subscribe, and share for a one-of-a-kind, company-made computer software trading probability based trading alert, technical analysis, company philosophy, as I'm your most trusted source for blockchain technology and cryptocurrency breaking news and coin updates here on YouTube and the cryptocurrency sphere. As I brought, that's right, old truth and most importantly integrity back into the trading service, right? And if you see gold, it's been doing pretty good here. We're gonna do a little gold update. You can see we peaked up and had a huge run up with the start of the war, but it was a breakout of a much larger consolidation. And this $1,974 is critical support, right? But you could be forming a mini head and shoulders topping reversal pattern, and the neckline would be that blue area right there. That's the old high. That's a multiple tops. And if you look here, this is a cup and handle right there, right? And if we zoom out to the 2-hour time frame, or let's actually go out. We haven't talked about gold in a while. Gold's been around a very long time. We need to go to the monthly. And as you can see, what you had here is a classic cup and handle, right? So you had, let's go to the monthly. You can see you had a huge run up in gold. We need to make these colors much, much better. This is a hideous looking chart. We need to do better to this gold chart. Let's quickly fix this. Get rid of that, and bam, that looks much better already. We don't need that. Let's get our volume indicator up here. Go way back, machine in the 1940s to the current time frame. And you can see, oh, I forgot it doesn't give you the volume on here in the monthly time frame. But you can see what you had going on here. As if we get closer and tighter into what happened here. So let's try to make this as clear as possible. We're going to make this, no, click that. Come on. Make this a little brighter or a little lighter. So what we have here, oh, geez, look at all this garbage on here. Let's get, no, we need that. We need to make this smaller. There we go. Make this smaller. There we go. Get rid of whatever's floating out there. We'll get rid of that. So what we had going on here was, if we pull out our industry exclusive perching tool, right? We had a huge pump in the 1980s when we had massive inflation. Funny enough, we're having another big pump recently with the massive inflation that's been going on here. But we had a big pump and a long consolidation for 20 years, and then the next bull market in gold brought you from $270 an ounce all the way up to $1,900 and about $76-ish dollars, right? And then we had a big rejection at the end of the last financial collapse in 11, 12, 13, a consolidation and a complete breakdown, right? Where have we heard that before? Then we broke down, and you can see after we had this huge run up, right? It looked like a big escalator going up, taking the escalator stairs up in a nice consistent bull market, and then the consolidation and the breakdown. But you notice it formed a nice rounding bottom, right? It looks like a cup, right? There's your huge run up. This looks like a rounding bottom with a cup. And you come up and it hit the old high back here after COVID in August of 2020. It hit almost to the exact dollar and then went into a consolidation. You see this? The big pump, the big rounding bottom. That's a cup. Looks like a cup. Then you get rejected at the neckline, which is the old high, right? And then you form this down and sideways consolidation. That would be the handle. And this would be one of the most bullish macro patterns that you can get, as this was a 10-year long cup and handle. And that's a very bullish pattern to begin with, but the longer time frame it is, the more bullish it is, right? And then what you often see after you form the first pump right here, as we zoom in now, maybe we can even zoom on into the weekly time frame now and zoom out far enough, and absolutely we can. And oftentimes what you see here after you have this huge pump up to here, right, you often get a 50% retracement from the top, and the top was right about there, and going all the way to the bottom, you can see we hit almost 50% retracement, 46% retracement from the top. That's very common in a cup and handle. And then you can see here's where we back tested. Not sure what that's doing up there. Let's just get rid of this. There's just a big arrow in there for There's an old target. Oh, it's an old target. It's the cup and handle target. So you can see then we formed right here. If we zoom over here, this is a dynamite tactic. This is a class in itself right here, right? You guys need to get your notepads out and you can take this technical analysis to your crypto. But you see, you ran up on that old high when we started running up from 2006 all the way to 2011, this big consolidation for 2 years and then a flush. And then you can see it form that rounding bottom, a 46%, almost a 50% retracement, which is common, and then a big pump up. And then you just breached the old high by a little bit when you got to 2075. So you breached it by about $100, very bullish. Then you form this down and sideways consolidation, ultimate bullish, and this would be the handle. So this is the pump up, the rounding bottom forms the cup, comes up to the neckline, which is the old high, forms a down and sideways consolidation, very bullish, but that's the handle. And this is the bullish part where if you can re-break this neckline that you hit once and twice, and now a third time, and you've consolidated again, if you can break this neckline, that's ultimate bullish. And a targeted move out of there would be from the bottom of the cup to the neckline to the point of a breakout. And you can see that gets you way up here on the next leg up. And this would coincide, if this does do it now on this cup and handle, this would be the next leg up in the bull market. And from the neckline, it would be a massive move, a 75, 76%, almost 80% move in gold, bringing you to $2,862, forming a consolidation zone up there somewhere. And absolutely, I think we're going there. Is it this year? Could be. Next year, more than likely, the year after, absolutely. I think in the next couple of years, you're going to be way up there in gold. Let's get our more sexy price label up here, right? Let's get a price label. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Oh, that's a fib circle. Let's get a price note up here, right? Where's my little price note? Because these are much better than the other hideous ones that we used to use. There would, no, that's a little bit too high, and the cup and handle would be, oh, it would be $3,300 on the cup and handle. So that's a massive move, right? And that is absolutely possible as you break up out of that cup and handle to get up there at that $3,300. $2,800 to $3,300 would be your targeted move, and that would be a massive move in gold. And here's how you can use fib circles. So you can come from a swing high to a swing low, and then pull it to the current time frame. See that? Look how beautiful that lines up, and you can see it gives you your upper resistance right there, and you had your lower support on the ring below it. And then I like to put that into dim it out, and then you can go from a swing low to a swing high and leave it at that current area, and then change the color on this to make it like that. You need to make it like a light, not like that either. We already have blue. Make it a green, right? But the green I like is that. And then lock it. And now that gives you overhead resistance, right? And then underneath support too. But it gives you multiple areas on your way up to your upper target where you could get rejected, right? If you see what I'm talking about there. And then you could even do a localized fib circle, right? Where you go from the last recent swing low to the swing high, and that just gives you even more support and resistance zones, and then you lock it. And then as you zoom in and go from the weekly to the daily, you can see now, look at that. You hit the one fib circle right here beautifully. See that? Hit it beautifully, then you got traded down. And then you got supported along your support line in the moving average. So not another pump up. You have two lines right here, the blue ring and the red ring that would act as resistance, right? On your way back up to this old high that we just ran up to right here. You see that? But then if you break above these, your next high up here, if you broke by those two rings, and we're going to put a couple of price notes, if you hit that $2,050 again and broke above it, which I anticipate on the next run up you will, your next major upper resistance is way up here at the next red ring, and that happens to be way up at $2,291, which is a big move, right? So I'm very bullish on gold. Could there be consolidations? Yes, but I think gold is ultimately going much higher, and I've positioned myself in my long-term uh, investing accounts, heavily invested in that. In Pan America Silver, right? I'm moderately invested in. I've just started to accumulate. on a big retracement a couple of weeks ago when it was sitting down at about $25, right? But if you look at the long-term chart and the weekly time frame, you can see we got another what looks like, and we even got to go to the monthly because this is a long traded. You can see we got another where we've had multiple highs up here. See this with our price notes? We've had multiple highs up there at about $43, and we've had this major uptrending support. You see that? Higher lows. Look at this. Higher low. And this is very bullish too. Higher low, right? Higher low. See that? And then higher low. And this is over since the mid 1990s, higher low, and then another higher low up here at about what was this on this fall, $20. But you have horizontal upper resistance. That is a huge uh that's a huge ah, I forgot the name. Shit. I forgot the name of what it's called. That's funny. That's a brain fart. But it's a bullish signature, and usually you're going to break up out of that. And I'm anticipating big move out of this, right? The next leg up here, I think you're going to be doing something like this in Pan America Silver for a long-term hold. I think this is a huge bull flag, right? Of course, it would do that. And then you would bring it to the point of a potential breakout. I think the next leg gets you up well north of $40, and I think you're in a 50% move. It's a huge move coming in Pan America Silver. Could there be consolidations down to this underneath support zone of $15? There could be, but I'm anticipating it to stay above the 200-day and to get well north of $40 in the coming year or two, right? And then AAU as we end our way out of here. We have some price targets. In AAU, I did get back into. We've had this huge falling channel, right? Since 2010 with some brief pumps. And this, just like interest rates, if this ever breaks out of this, the technical target is way up here. But what I'm targeting right now in the short term is on this last pump that we had. You can see for quite some time here, when we did a huge explosive video that really got Challenges Go Crypto Investing on the map last year, we were down sitting in here and then we had a breakdown, but this is a falling wedge. These are bearish continuation patterns, but bullish turnarounds at the bottom, right? And when they turn around, the technical target is the top of the wedge up here, and that's sitting all the way up here at about 91 cents. But my first short-term target on here is up here at the top of this channel at 55 cents. And then you got horizontal major support and resistance back here, right? When you're looking at the chart. So 55 cents would be my first initial sell zone if you're in this coin or in this stock right now. And that's another 47% up, right? From current price. That's another 47% from the current price. And that's where I think my next sell zone would be. And then if you were going to look at underneath support that you wouldn't want to break, you'd go to the 3 hour time frame and you want to stay over this 200-day moving average right here in green. See that? At 34 cents is where I would have a stop loss at, right? Depending on where you entered into this position, but 34 cents is my stop loss because if you broke that, you would more than likely come back and retest this underneath falling channel and back test it and try to hold it, just like when you were breaking out of it over here, you back tested it beautifully right here, you pumped up, back tested it, held it, and then you made your big, huge run up right here, right? I'm not sure what price you're in, but a first overhead sell target would be all the way up there at the 55 cent level because that's major upper resistance, right? But that 200-day moving average would be my stop loss area because if it broke that, it would likely come down and have to hit that underneath major support at 26 cents, right? Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing, and we're going to keep you up to date on all the latest breaking news in the cryptocurrency. As you can see, Bitcoin is broken back above that 40,626. And now what I would look for it to do is maybe back test it again or get near there. And then if it can hold that, you could make a run up to 44,600-ish or the 200-day moving average, which is in between the price and the price up there, right up there at about 43,000. But I can see how you could get a little bit of a bullish move and a pump out there to squeeze some of the shorts out, right? Pump the price up, get some more buyers in there, and then the rug gets pulled out from under them. The same thing with XRP. I could see it back testing this major upper resistance up here of this symmetrical triangle at 77 cents. Does it have to get up there? No, because I think the next leg after that is down, and that 62 cents will be just a stop in the way on its way down to a short-term target that's become a longer-term target. You can see how long it's been on here. We're going to finally have to move it from March to move it on down the line. And that's 47 cents will eventually get hit, but you could come back and back test the symmetrical triangle. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love. Use my links below: Robinhood, Matic, Shiba Coin, SOL, and a some other coin just got added on there, along with Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Litecoin, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, right? Fee free, trade in and out all day at no fees. Simple, easy, and super easy and simple and user friendly. Use my affiliate link below. We both get free money. Peace and love. Peace and love.